Hey guys, what's up? I'm back with another movie review, and this time it's for Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle. This is going to be a non-spoilers review, so if you haven't seen the movie yet, don't worry about it. Let's get started. So as a 90s baby, I grew up with the original Jumanji. Y'all know, the original Jumanji. The only Jumanji. I was very skeptical about a remake, reboot, relaunch, or whatever this was supposed to be, considering how much I love the original Jumanji. Also, without the late, great Robin Williams to be a part of this, I also was like, why? Well, Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle is actually a very fun little spin-off / sequel reboot to the Jumanji name. So, starting with the positives. The cast. The cast definitely makes this movie a very fun and enjoyable watch. As you see in the trailers, these 4 kids get sent into this video game version of Jumanji because we don't play board games anymore. And while those 4 kids, the actors who played those 4 kids, I'm sorry, I don't know their names, they did an awesome job. The movie focuses mainly on their video game counterparts, played by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Kevin Hart, Jack Black, and Karen Gillan, and they are all awesome. The way they embody their real-life teen counterparts in the real world and still take hold of that while they're in Jumanji is amazing, and they do it so well and play off of each other so well that you would think that they're in their bodies. Jack Black in particularly is hilarious as the teenage girl Bethany, and he brings a lot of comedic talent and genius to this role, as well as a lot of serious moments with that character. And I think to me, he's the standout of the 4, even though they were all great in respect to their character. Another really big positive for me in this is all of the little references to the original Jumanji movie. While they're not in your face, while some are in your face, while some are very subtle, and while there aren't many of them, albeit the little nuggets that they have in there, which true Jumanji fans will recognize and notice, it elevated the experience, for me at least, and I think it will also do that for fans of the original movie. This movie was a lot of fun to watch, and this fresh take on the story is, I think, what made it so enjoyable to watch versus a reboot or rehash of the original. Another positive I have about this film is the way the film concluded. I really enjoyed its segue throughout the film and the pacing, and by the end I was really satisfied with the journey that these characters went on, and it was worth getting to know the characters because to me the ending was very heartwarming actually and shocked me. So on to the negatives. My biggest negative of this is the trailer, and while the trailer doesn't technically have a lot to do with the film, it does have a lot to do with the way I viewed the film. The trailer for this movie shows a lot of things in the movie that I wish I had not seen before I saw the movie. A lot of this movie's best moments are unfortunately in the trailer for me. A lot of the funniest jokes are in the trailer. A lot of the moments that I wish would have surprised me in the film or I would have laughed at, I found in the trailer. Another negative, which isn't too much of a negative but also kind of is the plot. While the plot wasn't a bad plot, it was a very generic plot. It was a pretty basic plot. There wasn't really any things that the viewer as an audience member would be shocked about or anything deeper than the story level, which we know the story level is these kids in a game that probably have to beat the game or they probably have to beat the challenge, you know? And again, while that's not a bad thing, it's for me, it's just, it's no plus or gain, so I kind of see it as just a basic plot, so it's not any deeper. Another negative in this film is the CGI. And while the CGI doesn't completely take you out, it's not very good. In fact, the original Jumanji CGI probably isn't that far behind this CGI, to be honest. Now, the CGI didn't take me out too much because, I mean, they're in a video game, so for some reason, it kind of just stays in the back of your head. You're not too focused on it, and you can kind of give it a pass because you know they're in this video game world, and it's not that big of a deal, but it is not the best CGI, and it's clearly seen in certain points throughout the film. So overall, Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle is a fresh new take on this Jumanji concept, and it has a lot of good, funny moments and a lot of fresh things that happen in the film to make it a great addition to the franchise. Although it does have a paper-thin plot, some paper-thin adversaries or villains or opponents and situations through the film, the CGI isn't really that great, but the characters, their interactions, their jokes within themselves, the comedy that happens throughout the film, as well as the references to the original source material, makes this an enjoyable film and one worth checking out, especially if you're familiar with Jumanji. I give Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle a 7.8 out of 10. Make sure you look out for more movie reviews in the future, and until next time, peace.